And we're back! Welcome to another episode of Awesome Stuff Badly with me, Uncle Dr. Ernie. So, last episode was really exciting, and now we have to make good on all the claims and outlandish statements we talked about last week. Let's get started! So, we have a really simple document here, and we've got a few methods for accessing it. One thing that I realized we're going to need is the ability to bind stuff. And rather than having to pass around our reactive extensions framework, we'll just go ahead and save that here in the world so we have it available when we need it. And as a good starting point, I figure we can try and turn all of this code into something more descriptive. And in particular, the easiest way to deal with SVG is to do something called paths. So instead of all these lines and circles and ellipses, you can do an SVG path, which is something that's kind of like PostScript or PDF, if you've heard of those. It basically just specifies a set of lines and curves and some techniques for making those things happen, which you can use to generate all the other stuff. In fact, this is really what SVG is doing behind the scenes. And so what I was thinking is we can create nice little reactive versions of a document describing those codes. So to start with, we should probably learn a little bit about SVG paths. So I thought we could start by trying to replace our grid lines, which are currently nicely visible here, with an actual complete path. So let's start with just drawing something random just for the fun of it. S.path d colon see if that builds. And render. Okay, not seeing that line anywhere. Let's just double check and make sure. Get an error. Same absolutely nothing. Okay. Let's check the little path tutorial there. Where was that? ASB path element. Wasn't that where we were? Yes, that was where we were. Let's try it with a stroke, maybe. Black. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Okay, so yes, we can draw a line. So since we can draw a line like that, let's use that to replace the line we were drawing up there. So in particular, we want to go from 1, comma, y to, we actually want to do a relative line, actually even just a horizontal line, right? There are these wonderful little helpers here for just that case. And absolutely there. So just do h size -1. Let's do that after this just to see if it actually draws it. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. And no, because we are probably messing with the program by trying to do 2 lines at once. Okay, so let's just try first like this. Go to one line and draw a line to there with stroke black. And check the okay, we've got a we've got M. Yeah, let's try that now. Way better, very, very nice. Okay, so let's just make that, place that. And save that. Draw the black grid lines with path. And similarly, remove X. Oh, sorry, before we go there, let's see if we can make this even simpler. Yes, that still works. And that'll be X, 1, and then do a vertical line. Let's change color to make sure we can tell it's actually happening for real. Yes. Awesome. Now, the reason this is interesting is that instead of having to keep track of all these different commands, we could just store a series of strings and just draw them with particular stroke and fill colors. Let's just go ahead and do this here. And this becomes, again, a piece of text, a document rather than a code. Although in this case, it's actually a parameterized piece of code. And the interesting question is, can we generate those in our world in some reasonably efficient and elegant fashion? The other thing that we can do is concatenate these things together in a single drawing operation. Since these are becoming much simpler now. Think through what's the best way to do this. So the grid lines is, right, this is here. So what we want to do is grid path equals string, and then we want to generate those strings kind of zigzaggy, but I don't think it's going to really, it's not physically moving a pen, so it can't really hurt that badly, can it? And then when we have those grid paths, then we can just draw single class D grid path. Let's try it and see if it works. Let's inspect it to see. Nope. Probably died somewhere over here, maybe. Yes. Oh. Just the usual problem of forgetting which. Okay, we died. Yay, where did we die? Each. Okay, that's again CoffeeScript error, because I am not a brilliant programmer. I'm just a crazy guy with lots of ideas who's hacking away at programming as best I can. CoffeeScript. Right, over range. Right, this is not yet Ruby enumerable, so where was I? Draw grid, right. For n in wait, that doesn't make any sense. Where's my x's and y's? I lose track of what I was doing. Yes, I did. Some cell size there, right. Let's try and see if it works. Okay. Builds it, yay. Still thoroughly confused. It's broken, okay. Purple Y. Why? 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 I think I name for that, but I can't think of one, so I'm stuck with N. Sorry about that. And reload. What in countries where it doesn't exist? Ouch, that hurts. Okay, draw a grid. Okay, what's going on here? That one's fine. Wait, is that right? Is that excessive? Oh. That probably doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. Okay, nice path there going. Date SVG contents. Okay. We're giving it the actual values, right? Yeah, those are the numbers we get out. And then, oh, we're getting a reactive coffee error. All things. Oh. Maybe. Yes. Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Always nice when something draws properly. Get commit -am. Now, the interesting question is, first let's get rid of all that jazz. Could we make that a function? Which is to say, something like this. Yeah, this is interesting. We really want to be able to do, and this seems like a really weird discussion, but this is exactly the kind of problem that we're trying to solve with document-driven programming, is how do I refer to those variables in a way that the interpreter can figure out. Because if I can do that, then I've eliminated a really large source of complexity. So here's what we're going to try. Turn an array. First element of which will be its closure. Next elements will be its It's the let's go with size split, and then the last element of which, is that going to work? No, I think we need to do it as a dictionary. Closure. This may seem like a ridiculously painful digression, but this is in fact what we're trying to do, is to figure out how to documentize programming constructs. Now, obviously there's only so much we can do since we have to rely on the good grace of JavaScript as our underlying implementation, but there is a method to my madness, or at least I hope there will be eventually. So we just start with this. Okay, so there's a closure. It has two arguments, size and split, which we can just call like that. We don't have to make any special. These are clearly references to names elsewhere. And then the body takes those args, generates a string based on that. Okay, I think we're just going to be redundant with this for now. Nice if we could all synthesize this from there, but for now we have to do our stack manually, and then cell size. What was that? A little overdone there. So let's fix it here, and we'll see how we can tell for sure if we can fix. Scale, even though it's all S's, at least that's more descriptive. And that should not draw the last one. And that will give us a path. So the idea is that we get this grid path, and then we give it a bunch of arguments, and then we evaluate it. Wait, you can call dictionaries, can't you? If I pass it a dictionary, does it actually do that for me? Let's try it and see. Why not? And this is where we really need to start running some tests, because this is getting really crazy really fast. But we have a concrete example to work with, which is actually a really good way to start. So it is 12:15. We've been running for 26 minutes. Let's stop here. You don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. This is awesome. Have a nice lunch break, and I'll see y'all soon. Goodbye.